Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. With about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Lance looking to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Wheeler. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. This defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts airing it out deep for Smith. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Lance. They'll roll him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing is Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second and goal, Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Calling a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Wheeler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk. His first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Hurts on the option right. Hurts fumbles it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lance. the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
53 is the mark. 53. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Is Lance on 3rd down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Exiting the pocket, trying to improvise. It was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, He definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll go again with Sanders. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
53, Mike. Too little, cut. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Hurts.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Mitchell. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Niners on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be caught. Rager with it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Jacobs now. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Elliott on for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Logan.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Lance going to throw.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Working from the gun, Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as we'll get this up to about the 42.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Now, how about that call? Handed to the big guy in that situation. Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Before getting it inside the 35.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. On second down now, it's Mitchell. And he's got some space here. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell, and they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. Here's 2nd and 10. They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. An option handoff given to Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wheeler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
It nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, just a minute ago, you said mistakes get magnified, especially here in overtime, and that turnover there could cost them the ball game.
And not many teams commit turnovers in overtime and come back and win. It almost never happens.
On first down, Mitchell. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
101 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
On second down, it's Scott. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Throwing now is Lance.
He finds his man complete. That's Logan. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Eagles are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Lance now on first down.
And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to find another down.
2nd and 10.
They'll run it here with Logan. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Lance now to throw.
He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Lance. He finds his man complete. It's Logan. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And with that, they will move out in front by 3.